All right, Grinks, thank you for joining us. Okay, so this is not I'm on location again. It's going to be here and there. We'll be going to different places for various reasons, so I can work more. So, all right, today is Reptilian Matrix connected to a spirit being by name of Maytax or Maytrax. I'm not sure what his name is yet. And going to Orion reality. So the reptilian matrix is nothing new. It's basically our reality here, obviously, but it's another thing of where how they put things in order, how they messed up our history. I mean, even if you know that our history is not what you think it should be or it is, you feel like it's been manipulated. That's enough to cause difficulties in our reality, which they have no problem with whatsoever. Yeah, as long as and the reptilians, you call them Orion beings. It's a mixture of different beings, but normally it comes down to a reptilian because they're designed to do these type of things. It's just yeah, you can say there's other beings involved, of course, but overall it's reptilian in the long run. But however we would cut it, I mean, this is nothing new. But like dark entities, reptilians are even in charge with bringing them into incarnations, which I've connected to in the past here and there. Yeah, it's all a play, obviously. And we're here to get to understand the players a little bit more clearly. That's what this is all about, or channeling. And you put the information out there, people will take it on. If they do, they don't. They don't, they don't. It doesn't really matter. It's just do whatever you want. But it really comes back down to reptilian beings running everything. Going full soldiers. So if there is other beings involved, there are, but it still comes back down to the reptilian in the long run. They're just this is their battleground. So they're usually quiet for. It's been quiet recently. I have to say that they've been always that chattery before. So I'm going to tap more into their energies. I know they don't like doing that, but that's just tough. And to, even politics might go into that. We're just going to get that just because I've seen more darkness in my own family recently. This has got me more looking into the dark entities that are here and how they kind of place them in families and or the vibrations. I mean, it comes down to at least everybody has their own point of view, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's like a million different points of view. It's like I don't know if they're all wrong. I believe most of them are right. I mean, there's different realities for everything. But why would it's all part of experience. If you can take over an empire or a planet, are you going to do it? And I've been seeing energies from sort of channelings about the Atlanteans. Obviously, it was part of their own demise. I mean, they kind of ran their course basically. But they themselves kind of, they saw their own darkness, and this planet has a way of pulling out more darkness out of people than other worlds. So you can say the reptilians explored it more and put religious figures throughout history to keep the play going on or to hide a lot of the metaphysical connections. So actually block it without going into detail of who. I'm not going to go into detail of who, but either way. All right, so we're going to go dive into reptilian vibrations, going into the spirit beings. We'll see. I've been doing more spirit channeling, so I think it's helpful. It feels like it is. So, I don't know if I'm doing this right. No, if I am, I'm not. I'm not. Okay. All right, this is Avatar.com. Private sessions. Let's see. Okay. All All right, we have the shop here. I'm still on the 16th for some. For others, I'm on the 11th. Jeez. Or the 13th. Same situation here. I have the webinar sign up. I have the social network, Rabbit, and the behind the scenes. I just want to put some kind of update of what I'm up to or what I'm not up to or something around those lines. Yeah, it's anyway. All right. Okay. All right, we're going to Reptilian connection, see where we get with that. And go to the spirit. I'm going to dive into the reptilians. I haven't done this in a long time. Usually I get bored of them. I can't tell them so many times in the past and get kind of tired of it. But all right, so yeah, so basically tap into the collective that's here. Trying to get an even spot here. Okay. I'm not gonna mess around anymore. Okay. Yeah, the collective. The collective that's trying to get into something halfway neutral. Let's see here. There's Palladian beings here. Yeah, but I want to go into. All right, we'll just let's see where this goes. Yeah, we give a reptilian point of view and a Palladian point of view. We'll see, and a spirit point of view. And after that, I'll be worn out. So, all right, blessings. All right, here we go. Much love. Greetings to you. We're at the Reptilian Collective. Some some draconian. It doesn't matter. Some reptilian beings, see humans as foolish, lost, sometimes arrogant. Of course, we could say the same thing about our own race. We feel like we can learn more within your society, is why we are here. Worlds, we bring darkness to planets for various reasons. There's an energy field that we are connected to. Your sun plays a role in your transition from third to fourth. As you know, we've been blocking that for some time. Your history. Well, we have many layers of reptilian beings that are part, like their job is to manipulate history. Their job is to manipulate weather. I think you have an idea of that. Their job is to human traffic society and so on. Now, we're not really seen physically, but technically we can if you truly want to see us, because we're not that disconnected from you. We have to, we have to be similar to humans to manipulate humans. So we have to have our personalities similar to yours. Obviously, we're usually more attractive than you. Of course, it all depends on who we're looking at. We have to have similar. Notice how channeled reptilians are very humanoid-like in a lot of ways. Their personalities are kind of the same, not exactly, but humor comes out a little bit different. We are kind of a mirror of your society. You're humanoid, but you're very reptilian, and you say we're humanoid also. We're a mirror of each other. So the infrastructure of your world, you can look at from a reptilian point of view of, flight, the Navy, the military, society-wise, beings that work on clothing. We have operations everywhere to make sure your reality is, and religion is the biggest one, of course, because that's where we keep you locked down, seeing yourselves. Now, we use a lot of Anunnaki infrastructure and Archon. Now, yeah, um, Orions are very part. Now, realize a lot of your infrastructure society was built by reptilians. Yes, of course, they had Anunnaki, but Orions, you can say, came in to become leaders here, made themselves at home. Kind of pissed off a lot of people too. Some of them are in Agartha, but a lot of the Atlantean beings are in Agartha. Basically, as a reptilian race, we found a lot of darkness within the Atlanteans, and they knew that. Well, we brought it up to them. Obviously, it didn't go very well, and you can say some figures in our race were manipulating their society. But as humans were being developed, they were ground for a lot of humans were reptilian-like in the very early stages. I mean, yeah, they look human, but they acted like reptilians in a lot of ways. So you're kind of like our brothers and sisters. Obviously, we don't exactly look identical. Once again, we're the more attractive race. But we hide in the shadows. Now, some humans have found us, and yeah, but there's no real proof of that physically. I mean, if you're gonna say that, many of you found us energetically all over the place. Airports, Denver Airport, we're all over the place. Disney, etc. We're everywhere. Usually a part of Afghanistan, Iraq. Iraq, we just not all reptilian. We realize a lot of reptilian races fight against each other. We don't always get along. This is why you have your positive Illuminati. You say your Illuminati is mostly reptilian race, if you want to see it that way. Not everybody's going to agree with that. It's not always what you see in the books, and we're all just sitting around thinking, but it's kind of like your Windsor Castle, where in other dimensions there are reptilian castles. Of course, your castles currently look very reptilian like. So you can think, if you want to connect with us, you can visualize a reptilian castle energy where we all preside in, basically. It's not as cut and dry as that, but we're always moving. We're never really in one place normally, but our people are everywhere. We're not here to give out our full details of dark entities. While we shape the lower astral, many of us call that vacation. If you really want to know how a world works, you go into the lower astral. It's just like being a plumber, electrician. It doesn't mean you just know how it works to rewire your planet, as we have done through your lower astral, where we created buildings such as your cathedrals to program society. As you become more aware of us, you see, I mean, we're even willing enough to even show you how we do it. Does that mean you'll be able to unlock it? Well, that's up to you. We're kind of intrigued to see if you even have the capability of that. So obviously, we're not too keen for many of you being here. It's like some of you we can't get rid of. We have visited you, attacked you, caused you mental disability, mental harm, you can say. I don't know however you want to word that. But some of you just keep hanging in there. Well, after a while, we get kind of tired of fighting or trying to win you over to our side. So, but yeah, we have figured out the lower realms of your Earth. That's how we control your planet. It's that simple. Yeah, the reincarnation process, yes, we have taken over that also. Now, there are Anunnakis involved, there are Orion beings, there are Martian beings all involved. That's up to you to decide if any of where your role plays in all this. So, there's other beings I won't rather go into details because, we're kind of, I believe you said enough anyway. Good day. Greetings to you. We are the Pleiadians. Blessings. We are the Blue Pleiadians. Yes, how your Earth fell into its current thinking pattern. Yes, you can say it lost confidence in itself by becoming overconfident in its past. And you can say that some beings feel that reptilians were part of influencing society, and that is true. But really, comes as many beings became complacent, thinking they can do no wrong. We're Atlantean beings, we're Lemurian beings, we're Palladian beings. We can never do wrong, and that wasn't the case. So we found our own flaws. Much of it was with the human race, as yes, the human race was created through Anunnaki, Atlantean energies, and much more Martian. It goes much more than that. I mean, you can say though, even though the Native American template, how the Native Americans are, was pretty much what went worldwide. Now I realize it's a Palladian saying that. So, I mean, in Native American, Mexican energies played, that we're just going to say that. Oh, that was basically the original human when it comes down to it. Yeah, so Babylon was involved, of course, but if you had to modernize that, it would be more of a Native American type. At least a spiritual human. But as the spirituality began to dissolve due to manipulation, through basically the humans found their own voice. The Atlanteans became similar to the humans and lost their way. And you have a current world where, yes, there is a reptilian presence here, of course, that blinds the mind, blinds the soul, cuts you off from every energy. Yes, sucks the air out of your reality, as many of you feel that something's pulling, something's unique, something is not right here. Well, because there's an influence here. Someone's trying to tell you what to think, and many of you say, "No, I'm not going to believe what you say." But there's beings. That doesn't mean always they're dark entities. Some are, but a lot of it's just an agenda. You're feeling the agenda across the planet, and you're not agreeing with it. You want to be free of it, but many humans are being programmed into it. You can say it's like a silent voice. So the silent voice, um, I believe you have words for that. MK Ultra is more to it than that, but similar to that. It's through technologies that have been so ancient. A lot of it did came from Anunnaki, but it's been used. Yes, your lower astral has been used against your society also. Lower astral beings, now this doesn't normally happen to a world where lower astral beings are even forced to reincarnate here to cause mayhem, used as puppets, used as politicians, used as kings to program society. As you go in more into a development, you'll see more of this. It'll become more clear as you go into an awakening side. Why this is being brought up is because many of you are, I wouldn't say it's coming to a complete end, but you are seeing a change in the old vibrations that once was dominant of your earth. So, blessings. Greetings to you. I am Maytax from Spirit. Blessings to you. Many of us spirit beings, yes, are, you say, experts of your reality, but obviously we're not always to share all details because we are living the experience with you currently. Many of you are moving your spirit guides around. Many of you say you don't have guides, but you do have a presence of assisting you. Now, why reptilian energies are here is because they found a way to, yes, manipulate your world. And for us all, immanent spirits, to learn from it. Now, why hasn't it been just exposed, like seen on your world, brought out into more of the public? Well, actually, it has through your infrastructure cathedrals. Obviously, it's not going to be seen publicly because humans are still afraid. But you're going into a non-afraid reality. Once again, even as we speak, we're not always taken seriously by your society. As there's, it can come into your reality, meaning the beings that are causing difficulties. You have been given hints. You can ask for more hints. Now you might get a backlash from that too. Some of you want to know more than what you're ready for, or more than what the world is ready for. The world is playing games, yes, with their stock market. It has to keep a theater energy going, as you know, a theme, a song. It has to keep your earth under some kind of mind control. So it does stock market manipulation. It feels like, oh, we're winning, aren't we? When in truth, you are and you aren't. You're living the American dream of not knowing about yourselves. So that doesn't mean reptilian beings are going to start to appear in your reality anytime soon. Now, on a spirit level, many of you have been actually having conversations with them, even allowing information to come through more clearly about them. Now, why would spirit agree to something like that? Well, the human consciousness agreed to it. You can say this world was built for this. Your Mother Earth also wanted to heal the universe, heal humanity. As a lot of humans on other worlds have been very aggressive to other species. Some of it's been Palladian, some of it's been Syrian, and so forth. So humans here are seeing their darker side. Well, it's just like the reptilians are seen as the villain. But on parts of the universe, humans are seen as the villain. Above any reptilian being. Like, keep those humans away from us. Now, is this your human from your planet? Some, but not really, no. So just giving you another understanding. You see how dark your planet has gotten. You see how humans treat each other. Put that into the universe. How would humans treat other beings that are under this type of manipulation? And what if it's other humans manipulating other humans to do these type of things? Just like you have a con man manipulating society. You have your dictators. You've had it happen here. Now take a manipulation through a dictator and put it on another planet where you manipulate another society altogether. A reptilian society. Not to say reptilians are, the victims here. We're not going to go into that direction, but humans are seen as villains in your universe. And you're healing that side. You're realizing, you see the darkness here. Meaning you can say the human experience is allowing it to occur to show what kind of darkness what the human is capable of. Now you are showing also your light. Your light is what's going to bring a more positive energy around this earth. Is for you to heal. A light where you want to see the truth. You can have different types of light. We can have a light where you don't see anything. You can have a light where you see whatever you want to see. Or you have the light where you see what's actually happening on your planet. And sometimes that's the hardest to do because it can be quite heavy, as many of you probably feel. So as you go into a more of an awakening state, those of you that want to see more, can't guarantee you how much you're going to see. But we feel like this reptilian breakdown is on its way. Doesn't mean you're going to have ships landing anytime soon just yet. Now the Orions as beings, as you had reptilian beings called it, you have Martian beings, which is Orion, but you have Orion beings. They just put their bite. You just keep shutting your planet down more and more and more. And now you're here to unlock all those doors. There's a lot of doors there. It's trusting yourselves. Yes, instead of looking for a person to save you, you unlock yourself. Not easy, but you'll see more. You'll see more and more. It's hard to. These things are heavy here, as you know. I mean, we're talking about reptile humanoid beings, and some of them feel like they're teaching humans a lesson. Now, we're not saying the Earth human has been the villain of the universe, no, but there have been humans that have been very aggressive to a lot of other species out there, and you're warning that here. This is kind of a strange warning, but you see how much darkness, once again, what the humans do to each other. So it's on how you look at things. You want to see more of it because some say they want a disclosure, but they also like the attention they're getting by talking about it and really don't really want the disclosure at all. They just want to be the star, not necessarily the one that brings it in, just like the celebrity. I believe many of you are here to heal the celebrity and go more. And you want it. How do you end this war on this planet? You it's like you're reading the book. Are you prepared to get to the end? Are you going to just you're going to read it and just say, "Oh, I have to close that book. I can't look at it." That happens a lot here. So if you can press on, because that's what you're doing astrally. There's a word astral. And you're continuing on. Some fail, some quit, some give up. And that's why disclosure does not occur here. Some of you just say, I'm going to keep fighting no matter what they do to me on the physical realms. We're going to bring this in eventually. Is it about aliens? It's about basically ending the corruption on the planet, the prison mentality that's here. Yes, we don't have to wake up and do the same cycles over and over again, which many have found quite humorous to see a race do this, to do the same routines for the most part every single day. Now we have to do laundry one day, have to do all these things, and it's just amazing for humans to even put themselves through all of this. And of course, that was part of the plan for a long time, but now you're going through a time of becoming more intergalactic. I have to look at these things the same as used to. Well, you're still doing the human routines, but you're going more on a spiritual path where your body's become lighter, your mind, your spirit becomes stronger. That's what you're working on. And to achieve that is, what is door number one? How they're programming society. Now, realize many of you, I believe, asked for what's going on here and kind of denied access. And sometimes you're given the truth, or sometimes you're giving some type of download, but you don't always believe it. Some do. And some of you don't receive anything. Well, it's not the time. Certain information for certain beings. Here, it's just the way it is. Like some of you get information, just you can really either cause depression in yourself, also bring enlightenment to yourself. It all depends, because sometimes information doesn't always help you in this reality, the physical. So you're going in more of a time of self-reflection, healing the energy that you do not see. The voices, there are many. The agenda, the voices, the agenda, voices of your agenda. Once again, many of you do not comply. Some of it's AI, not all of it. Reptilian beings basically find This world was an easy catch. It was easy for them to do what they did. And you have to put the pressure on society so you can't break free. And I've had many times throughout history to unlock, but many continue on. But the unlocking is continuing. They want to see what you do as you go into your awakening. Right. There's another perspective here. Blessings. Greetings. We are the Orions. We are the Council. Well, your planet is sanctioned off of other worlds, as you know. Yes, there are all to visit certain places, depending on who you are. For a mass population, the population, as you know, the minds have been manipulated by the masses due to media influence. Some reptilian beings that feel like your world is a petri dish of manipulation. Well, the reptilians feel they can do whatever they want. Yeah, it shows how talented they are. The more they beat your world, they win. That shows how good they are. The more they can keep your society hit, because they all get trophies. They all get winnings. They can keep your world locked down. So as you are learning how to unlock their prison thinking, doesn't mean you're going to get an award. Well, I believe your award is disclosure on different levels. That's what you're working towards. Not an easy one, as you can say. But yes, reptilian beings are basically trained to keep you shut down. Yes, they use dark entities. They use anything. They can use a baby against society. They don't care. It's basically it's like they're building a wall to you on a daily basis. But many of you are finding ways of breaking it, but then they find another wall out there. This is why your psychic connections aren't always strong. Yes, because they pulled the life out of this world, technically, at least the spiritual life. They're holding it hostage. So some of you in your awakened state sometimes feel it's like, do I want to put myself through all this? Do I want to awaken and be tortured for a long time, mocked by society, not seen as real, whatever it might be? Because these are deep connections. As you go into it, connecting the aliens is not going to be just, oh, they'll just land and that'll be it. They'll land and you'll deal with their problems, they'll deal with your problems, and will anybody ever get along? Yes and no. Yeah, are you going to get along with these beings? That's questionable, especially those that are here to cause more problems here. They're not about to just let up on your world just like that. Reptilian beings, Anunnaki beings, Orions, they put a lot of effort to keeping your world the way it is. You unlocking it, it's not something, impatience is key. They know many of you are impatient, so you go crazy. And then you give up. They like it when you give up. So it's like, some of them actually write down a date. If you can handle all of this pain for like 10 years, eventually they'll give you something that's worth it. And the only way for you to know this is for you to scan your own vibration. You feel like you've been part of something like that. Yeah, some just give up. So, and it's not, and some of you, why some people awaken when they do, there is a timeline of when you awaken. There's a timeline when you awaken, but you're maturing. Do you really need to save the world, save yourself? So you got like 5 years to do that. And so your agreement was to unlock and open. So you tell these beings that control society that I'm going to unlock myself at 22 and I'm going to come after you at 32, I'm here to awaken humanity the best I can, with the best intentions. And that's when you get mocked, scrutinized, you'll get a lot of attention. And, but if you're part of the process, meaning that you want success, and not to say you fully try some, but some do. They want success. They'll give you information, but will they give you enough to unlock your reality? Probably not. And if you're a nobody unlocking people's reality, who's going to believe you? And unlocking society is not an easy one, as you know. It's not about reptilian beings. It's all about you. What are you willing to see and heal? Doesn't mean you have to see something disgusting, but just are you ready to see spirit beings? Ready to have a conversation with an alien being? Are you ready for an alien being to not like you? That might be tough. It's like, wow, all these aliens that show up, and I don't think they like me. Some might not. No, yeah, they're not always, because some of them, they see who you are, they see what you're up to, whatever it might be. Doesn't mean everybody has a hidden agenda, but some do. Some do, I don't even know it. Yeah, are you ready for your own truth? Because when aliens show up, they have no problem telling you your truth, but they're not used to humans not ready to hear it. Yeah, you can talk to an alien being, have the best intentions ever, and tell something about you that you need to fix. It's like, whoa, wait, what? I gotta do. I have to look at myself. What? I am working on myself. And they say, oh yeah, but you missed a lot of stuff though. And they're not trying to be negative. It's just that they're so used to being open, and your world is so used to being closed because you've been told to shut down. So many of you, I believe, will give reptilians credit for what they have done. And other beings, of course. Of course, maybe not everyone. So, blessings to you all.